Hello there. I had some thoughts that I wanted to share today. And it's centered around the conversation of what it means to live from the heart space as opposed to the head space. I'm actually noticing a trend within my personal clients. Anytime I see a pattern of conversations in a row, I feel like there's not only is that a message for myself to be able to check in with myself and how I'm doing with that topic, but it's also a trend in the sense of that's where we are energetically. So, what I'm noticing is I guess I would say the inevitable ending of certain identities, certain goals, certain dreams. We seem to have this strong desire to create certain things for ourselves. We are creation beings, so that's very natural. And yet, as we move into different energies within our planet, within our solar system, within our universe, we are maybe noticing how the thing that we've been putting a lot of energy into isn't actually what needs to come into this world. So we've been building something and creating something, but at some point, the energy kind of peters out and it ends up not being as important as we thought it was, right? That's leaving a lot of people to feel like they're failing or to feel like they don't have the energy for it or they've missed something or anyway, for whatever the experience is that tends to reflect back to self of what am I doing wrong? I wanted this, I've been building this, and now all of a sudden it wants to die. What did I do wrong? Where did I go wrong? And that is very human for us. We definitely want to turn that back to self and we want to judge and we want to criticize. It's knee jerk, it's very natural. We do it all the time. What's showing up though is what if the thing you were building wasn't needing to be in full fruition? What if the thing you were building could have been a catalyst to get you moving into a direction that you maybe wouldn't have done on your own? What if there's something you were creating that was supporting you in a movement forward? So, a part of this conversation, and I'm kind of rambling, I tend to process when I'm doing this. So, if you've seen my work, I trust that you're tracking with me and all as well. There's this interesting space that's happening in this conversation for people. It's, I want it, right? The attachment, that's what I want. That's what I'm working towards. This is what I want to do, right? But not involving the heart in that, not letting the heart guide that situation, not letting the heart make the decision if that is the direction we're going. Or if there's a change in the course, asking the heart, is there a course correction? What humans tend to do is we tend to get attached to the outcome. Once we make up our minds that that's the thing we want, we tend to not let anything stop us. But that energy is so forceful these days. We're not in that same energetic habit. We're trying to break out of that habit. Collectively, as we evolve as humans, we are trying to move away from old, exerting, forceful energies. Because where we're headed is living a guided life. And guidance doesn't always have an answer. It doesn't always make sense. It doesn't always let us in on the secret. It just says, this, go there now. But we don't always have the logic around it. There is a suggestion that I've been giving my clients, and that's the art of the pause. When you notice something isn't working, and you might notice that you're just really trying to force it to happen, trying to like really get it in there, right? Because we're so attached. We can't walk away from it. We might fail. Oh my God, what will people think? So we're trying to force it to happen. And we're trying to put a lot of pressure and stress on ourselves for this outcome. If you can practice noticing that, just noticing the force in your body, right? Trying to cram a square peg in a round hole and it's just not going. If you can catch yourself in that state of being and go, oh, wait, I'm noticing how I am forcing this. And then take a pause, take a breath, bring all that energy back in, let yourself settle back into your body. Let all of this awareness in your mind space, all of the questions and the judgment and the stress and everything that's just kind of circling in your head. If you can breathe it down into the heart, just take a moment, let it come down, let it settle into the heart space, and then ask any question you want about it. Am I forcing this to happen? Your heart will answer. Is this the direction that I still need to go? Is this project serving my highest good? Is it possible that maybe this was important, but is no longer important? The heart will begin to communicate with you. And I had a client earlier today say she was talking about all these decisions she wanted to make or had to make, and there was a lot of stress around that. And she was like, but my heart's just not in it. And I'm like, sweetheart, your heart needs to be the first thing in it. The heart is what makes the decision. The heart is what tells us where to go, what to do, what to complete, what to participate in, where to put our energy, where we're going to find inspiration, where we're going to find growth. That's the heart's job. That's the wisdom of the heart. The head then gets to lay out the how. How are we going to do this? Well, I need this and I need that and I need to do this and I need to do that. The head, we have this tendency to let the head be in charge far more than it needs to be. So the art of the pause, letting yourself breathe, bringing all of that back, dropping down into the heart space, and then asking your questions is a surefire way to get you back on track with your alignment versus, no, I said I would, and I'm gonna no matter what, even though that thing might be trying to be done. Humans get attached to an outcome, and we make it mean something if we don't get that outcome. And we don't want to make it mean that negative thing, so we force the outcome. When all the while, this beautiful space of guidance and angels and guides and wisdom and the universe and signs and all the stuff, all the cool things, is trying to get us to course correct because we're going the wrong direction. It might have been the right direction for the time, but something has shifted and it wants to move us in the direction that works for us now. But if we're so fixated on the outcome, we won't notice the subtle guidance coming in saying, actually, this way, not that way. The art of the pause is just such a beautiful, easy reset of coming back to self, taking a moment, settling into the body, and then asking the questions. It has saved me so many times, and I think it's such a simple practice that I think sometimes we devalue simplicity. I think we generally look at practices and exercises and such. They have to be really labored and difficult in order to have value. And that just isn't true anymore. Again, a signal that we're moving into something easier. And we've been doing it the hard way for so long. It's the only way we know. And so the invitation is that it's actually quite simple, but we have to move away from these programmed habits of doing it that way all the time. And so the art of the pause is just this really beautiful moment of accepting that maybe I'm attached. Maybe I don't see everything, and I'm opening myself up to see if there are other possibilities that would be easier, that would be better, that would be more fluid for my journey. And so, of course, as everything is offered, I just want to share that with you and provide the invitation for you if you're noticing that for yourself, if you are finding yourself really frustrated because it's not happening the way you want it. There may be a really good moment to pause in there to see if you're even heading in the right direction, because it's absolutely okay to course correct. We get to give ourselves permission to course correct. So happy journeys. Enjoy. I'll see you next time. Bye.